Just like that. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. This is the morning show here on Stock Market TV. Spencer Israel, Steve Strazza, Chartmaster Rick, JC Parets, as it turns out, will not be joining us live from the Epcot Dome today. That's because he's at Magic Kingdom. Actually, I don't know where he is. He's in Disney all week doing some very important boots on the ground due diligence. He'll be back with us next week to tell us what he learned. In the meantime, we have much to discuss. Today's guest, very exciting, Jeff Hirsch. It is the end of the year. Thought probably makes sense to talk end of year seasonality. Let's bring on the guy who writes the book on seasonality. So Jeff Hirsch will join us today at 9. We'll have Kenny Glick stop by. We'll have Sam Gatlin stop by. And we'll power through. I'm powering through today. We got a lot going on. Actually, do we have a lot going on? I don't think we do. A lot is a strong word. Markets are, broadly speaking, higher, but not by much. So I feel like this is kind of the first week of the unofficial start to the holiday malaise, right? Where things get kind of quiet. Things get quieter, which is okay. That's allowed. All right. I got Steve here. I got a chat. Good morning, chat. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's dance.
Good morning, Spencer.
Good morning. Good morning.
I got a couple announcements.
Oh, go God.
You can bet on the Yukon Huskies right now to win the national championship, the title this year. $1 makes you $10. They're plus 1,000. That's really as good as it's probably going to get out here. They're looking like they're going to win it again. I mean, you can make a big bet on that. I've made mistakes in past years not doing this sooner, and Vegas figures it out. You don't get these odds for UConn to win it all. 1,000, Spencer? Like, I think that probably the best thing you could do with your money this morning.
Wow, good to know. I do have a confession. My intensity as a sports fan for a given sport on a macro sport level is influenced by how good or bad my team is.
Right.
So if my team is good, I'm following everything. And if my team is bad, I'm really not paying attention. This year, my team is bad.
Watch this weekend.
Yeah, I also watched this weekend, which was a mistake on my part. So I really don't. I'll take your word for it, Steve. I'll take your word for it. How about that?
I remember a time, Spencer, when Maryland was one of the teams. When I was growing up, I mean, Maryland.
Not terrible. Maybe next year.
Squads back then. The Gary Williams days, right?
Maybe next year. This year is not to be. Hey, Steve, I had a dream last night. Swear to God, I had a dream about the oil market. I can't really tell you much more than that because it's kind of hazy.
Really?
But I definitely dreamt about oil last night, for sure, 100%.
Was it going up or down?
It was probably going up.
It
was weird. Yeah. How often do you guys dream about markets? I dream probably twice a month about something related to markets.
I never do because I don't remember my dreams.
Oh, okay. There you
go. Rose has crazy dreams.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad I don't remember mine.
Okay, fair enough.
And the other thing too, Spencer, I was thinking this weekend, I love what I do, being in the market every day. But I'm not going to lie to anybody about this. I'm not going to do it the way I'm doing it now forever. I'm not one of those people. That's what I was thinking about this weekend. Like, am I one of those people? Because I see some folks who get old in this world. It's just out of, the love of the game. They're just so passionate about it. They'll never put it down. I don't think I'm going to be one. I got a number, Spencer. I got a number, and we're getting closer and closer every day. I'm going to disappear one day. I'm going to disappear. It's stressful, running like 30-40% of your invested dollars in a short-term options account. I could not go to Disney World if I wanted to. That's just the truth about my life. I could barely play golf, We go to these portfolio accelerators. I'm like fucking 2 days away from my screens. Jesus Christ. You know, it's really wild. I love it, but you have to live around it. You really do.
Maybe that's a sign you've got too many chips on the table,
No.
too much leverage.
It's the best thing I've ever done. The last 3 cycles changed my life, right? So I'm so glad that I've done this, but like it is exhausting and it's not a forever thing for me.
You know, Steve, it is okay to sit a cycle or a half a cycle out.
You know, I've been saying for a year now I'm ready for a bear market because I sit
I
those
know.
out.
I know. You are.
It's so long.
You're the
They
most
come and
bear.
they're gone like this. These
We,
bear
we,
markets.
we have Kenny Glick, the world's most bullish bear. We got Steve Strazza, the world's most bearish bull. He just wants there for his own health to be a bear market.
I'm good. Let's go enjoy life.
That's right. Okay, can we do state of the markets? Can we just run down what's going on out there?
Yeah, I'm
Please?
gonna sell lifetimes and then poof, Robert.
That's right.
You excited for Christmas? I did some
I
shopping.
haven't thought about it. I just got back from a weekend trip in Florida and just trying
The
to get through
holidays are here.
that.
It happens fast. I thought it was like Thanksgiving yesterday.
How are we doing? I'm seeing mostly green this morning. I see some red.
Look, we got stopped out of some bond positions last week. Just not ready. Long-term bond funds, gotta go. So we're out of the zeros. Was in some other stuff too. Pretty much out across the board for these bond funds. This is probably the moment where they dig in and reverse higher. As for other moves, I think we really pressed the gas on Friday, put on a lot of new trades. The market was wild, whipping around end of last week, and I look at a lot of the stuff we did, and it's really the same place, right? The same setups are in place. Just a lot of intraday, some big intraday swings, but nothing really changed. Crypto, I try to get excited and hope and wish some bullish momentum into the cryptos over the weekend. I mean, what a snoozy asset class this has become. 4 or 5 years ago, you had so much more action in these crypto markets. I mean, Spencer, it really is dead out there. They're still launching new tokens and shit, but like nobody's trading this stuff. Nobody's even touching these markets. When real markets close, and this wasn't the case just 4 or 5 years ago, 3 years ago, when real markets close now, it's almost like you don't even need to look at crypto. We used to get like great signals and information from crypto. There's just nothing going on there. There's nothing to see.
First of all, real markets are never going to close in the future. We talked about that. That's the first thing. Second thing is, Steve, that's not true. You just have to not look at Bitcoin. You have to go down and get junkier if you want to see
nothing going on. There's nothing.
That can't be true. I don't know, but that can't be true because I'm not going to CoinMarketCap and looking at midnight.
There's barely any volume in these markets is the truth.
Well, that's probably true.
No, I just think like crypto is so dead. We almost like take it for granted just how washed out the space is right now. It's really bad. If this stuff doesn't start working soon, I think it's a really bad sign for the broader market. I really do. If Bitcoin doesn't dig in and start working, it'll just be beyond strange. Also, the Mag 7s, it's okay to see this kind of rotation that we've been getting out of big cap tech into other things, but you don't want to lose these critically important stocks. Stocks like Nvidia, Meta. I see Google trying to complete a little bear flag, right? You want to make sure that these leaders keep trending well and are in healthy uptrends. So something to watch.
It would take a lot more than what we've gotten for those uptrends to come into question.
For sure. But it starts with something like the Broadcom earnings reaction last week, right? Meta had an earnings reaction like that in late October. And then the stock went on to draw down over 20%, right? So you don't want to lose these Mag 7s one by one. And you're not. You're right, Spencer. You're not yet, but something to kind of monitor, I guess. And then speculative growth still just looks phenomenal.
As I mentioned, I was traveling over the weekend, so every time I travel, I'm obliged to then go and look at airline stocks and cruise stocks and all the travel stocks. And I know this came up. It came up last week. It probably came up 2 weeks ago as well. But I mean, the airlines, unreal, man. They all look good.
Really good. Yeah.
I mean, not all of them. Most of them look good.
Yeah, you could buy them for a trade here for sure. Bet on some breakouts. Delta and United look fantastic. So all the volumes in the double Solana ETF. I'm in calls.
Well, there you go.
Calls. I don't care.
No, I mean, I was just bemused at the health of the airline stocks yesterday, right? From the majors on down, even down to the Frontier, right? They all look good. So
you like the J Blue? I'm flying J Blue.
Shout out to the Jets ETF. Shout out to Frank Holmes.
Oh yeah, yeah, Frank Holmes.
Yeah.
I haven't flown JetBlue, Spencer, in like 10 or 15 years. It used to be my main airline, and then I don't know what happened. I think they took away a lot of their JFK LaGuardia routes, but
yeah, it all depends on where you live. Where I live, it's Delta and United and nothing else. So
yeah, a lot of airports like they have like a main carrier.
Yeah.
And you're mostly going to fly that if you're going out of that airport all the time. I remember when JetBlue had those really nice blue potato chips. I don't think they give you those anymore. They were like the only ones with TVs back in the day. And some
dude, yes, that is true. I remember the first time I flew to JetBlue and I saw they had a TV and it blew my face off. That was like 20 years ago. And then, you guys remember the phones? Dude, my wife didn't remember when the middle seat had a phone.
And ashtrays.
I think it might be.
They have little ashtrays that flipped up on the armrest.
Yeah, perhaps. Anyway.
Yeah. Old planes. It seems like they had more fun back in the day. Up in the sky.
Yeah. Okay. What do we got? We got Kenny coming on in a few. We got Jeff Hirsch, and we got Sam. Sam back into the Western Hemisphere, finally, back into our time zone, which is exciting. What else is on your mind here? What's going on this morning? We got some movers. I'm seeing Zillow is down because of a Google feature that they're going to launch to compete with them. Why is Canopy Growth up 10% today? What's that about? What's up with the pot stocks? Somebody find me. They're doing some M&A. They're buying growth. Okay, cool. Don't care about that. What other there? It's like I said, it's kind of a quiet morning. It was a quiet weekend too. I didn't really see anything on like the macro front. Did you?
No, I think we're just going to keep buying out here this week, Spencer. I don't see anything that suggests to me that I should stop pressing the gas.
Well, it's only been one day. Not a lot's changed since Friday, right? So, as you said,
I mean, all last week, right? You could say at the index level, we've been sideways to down for 2 weeks now, right? I think you buy this little dip. You're seeing volatility too. You could draw like a megaphone type pattern. I hate megaphones; they're stupid. But you can draw some sort of broadening formation on the S&P 500 just this month, right? And what that's telling you is that the intraday volatility is building, building, building. Eventually, you're going to get a trend move out of this little holding pattern. And if you look at the stronger stuff, the leaders, they've already gone, right? So if you look at something like XLF or XLI, look at the last 3 candles in those sector ETFs, right? S&P 500, NASDAQ are going to look like that soon, I think. That's the basic that's the basic thesis of this market right now. It's hard to disagree with if you're looking at a lot of charts. So we got to keep positioning for a ripper, Spencer. And I think we have a lot more options, and it could actually make things harder because you might not be doing the right thing, going to the same vehicles as you did previously in the cycle. I think you want to lay off these Mag 7s here and let them figure out what they're going through. Tesla looks good, though. Tesla does look good.
There's a lot of things that are not going at the moment. So,
like what? What else? What do you hate?
I don't say I hate it. Just that there's a lot of things that aren't going. Utilities aren't going.
No,
Right?
utilities are not going.
Real estate's not going. Retail just went and left the station, but I'm wondering if now we're going to get a pullback from that, because that was just an insane couple weeks that discretionary we had. So that's gone. Energy is not going. We're waiting, Steve. We're waiting.
Real estate's coiled up. Real estate's coiled up. Energy, some have gone. We've made some good money on certain moves, ConocoPhillips for one, but not others, right? So like energy's still mixed, but the good ones are going. The leaders are leading and kind of breaking out. We're just not getting at the index level.
Is that because
okay.
Exxon and Chevron haven't?
Yeah, I mean, look at Chevron.
Yeah,
that's a big part of it. But I think there's probably a really nice catch-up trade there very soon. I'm so long Pepsi calls, and I'm more of a Coke guy. So
the Pepsi trade was what? That was 2 weeks ago? More? It's a few weeks ago.
I mean, it's resolving this little coil right now. I mean, Pepsi's heading back towards 170. Looks really good. Nobody thinks about these stocks in bull markets.
Pfizer looks great. But never forget that Pepsi's in the queues, everybody. So
it is. That's true, Spencer.
Never forget. Pepsi and Monster are both in the queues. Why? I don't know.
The Monster. It's been a good one, right? Yeah. All right. So look, things are looking good here this morning. I think we're back to rally mode. You keep leaning into the stuff that's been working. And make your money now, because you probably don't want to do this forever. Yeah.
Well, being honest, we were talking about the end of year window dressing happening, like last week, the week prior, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't happen like next week. Next week is too late, right? It's already happened by next week. So perhaps that's what we got the past couple weeks. Just some end of the year performance chasing. But everyone's talking about Tesla this morning, Steve. Dana Ives has a new note. I didn't read it. I just glanced at some headlines, but Tesla, oh man, it looks juicy here. Woo! JC's not here, so I have to be the one to hype up Tesla, even though I don't own the stock or anything.
I'll tell you what platforms I use, because I've been thinking a lot about that lately. TC2000, I couldn't live without. It's just the best thing for me. And then the trade exchange. And if you're a trader and you don't have the trade exchange, what are you doing? It's the single best service out there for active market professionals. So that's really my two. Everything else you could take from me. I don't care. TC2000, I need it. And the trade exchange. My good friend Milton over there just does the most amazing job in the whole world. There's nobody like him. So those are the two things. That's all I need. That's all I need in my account, and I'm ready to go. We're making money out here all day, because we gotta retire someday. We gotta do what we do here, and then go live our lives, go enjoy all that money. Right? It's not burnout. Just knowing who I am and what I do. Not burnout at all.
Well, it's the end of the year.
99.9% of people couldn't do what I do. Is the bottom line. It's absolutely insane. That's the truth about it.
Yeah, but Steve, it's also the end of the year. Come back to us in a month when the calendar turns. You'll be like, all right, let's go. New year. Let's go. Let's make some money. Right? That's how most people are.
I feel. Trying to keep my money.
That's true. Wait, what did you say your nickname is now? Is it Steve in the money, Strazza? Is that
I was Steve deep in the money, Strazza, on
deep
Friday.
In the money. Deep in the money.
But we don't know right now. We don't know. We don't know now that we got last Friday's expiration behind us. We got to see. I'm just Steve Strazza today, just regular old Steve Strazza, just a normal guy. It's a normal guy. Big risk taker though.
All right. Kenny, do you have a nickname for us right now? I don't know. Maybe he does. Let's find out.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my club, they took it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Hola. Yeah.
What's going on, sir? How we doing?
All right. What's shaking, brother?
Oh, nice hat.
Yes. No joke.
Look at that.
Right, straight out of Russia. What is happening? Oh, just me today. Okay, good. Hello, everybody.
No, I just want everyone to see the beauty of that hat.
Oh, okay. Hello. Hello, my name is Yuri, and I like to trade stock. Stock go boom, boom, not bear market, but bull market each and every day. But we see sellers like coming around once in a while each lately. So I look for crash today. That's what I'm going to tell you. I look for volatility product to go up, stock market go down, boom, boom, like iRobot. Oh, what happened, iRobot? Oh, it go up last week, but then now it's zero, like most stock go to zero. What's up?
Well, Kenny, that's actually true. Most stocks do go to zero.
Yes.
Right. That's true. If you go back far enough, if you look at enough stocks over the last 100 years, most of them go to zero. Right.
That's right. I know.
Yeah.
And hopefully not Tilray today. So if you guys held some Tilray over the weekend, good for you. It got to the 2-year VWAP Friday night. So I decided to sell it at $13.49. Thanks very much. So let's talk about Tilray, my friends. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I came onto the show. You guys were talking about the Fed and what the market was going to do. And what was I telling you? Tilray!
Yeah, you were basically talking about pot stocks. Yeah.
Yes. For the first time in about 7 years, there was volume coming into the weed sector, right? And the market was moving. The stocks were moving. Next thing you know, they're breaking out. And then when you know it, the next day, there's some news on them. Wow. Get it? Volume. It precedes all. Volume precedes every big move. Volume precedes news. That's the manipulation, my friend. Oh, it's just a coincidence that the volume was picking up in the wheat stocks. And 2 days later, that Trump announced that they was going to do something with the wheat stocks. Sure. It's all coincidental, my friends.
Kenny, this is a classic sell the news event. I said this in the chat last week, but the rescheduling of marijuana, the legalization of marijuana, is to investors what the football was to Charlie Brown. Okay, seriously, like this is a joke. How many times over the last 8 years, 10 years have we heard about this? Okay,
right.
This is craziness.
Right, and it probably will be a short again. So let me just, wait, one more time. Where's that guy that called me dumb as a brick? About 9 months ago, was it? When they were ripping again, and I said the easiest short will be MJ, and somebody in the chat room said, this guy must be dumb as a brick, get in the way of this short squeeze from the government interaction. I'm like, okay, then, good luck with that. And they went down 50%. So it'll probably happen again. But this time, we caught some Tilray. It was a good time. Plus those options, they had just done they just did a reverse split, and those 850s were juicy. But here we are, living in the moment.
I didn't realize actually that the MJ got all the way up to 42. Huh. Anyway,
more than that. Yeah, the last time. Yeah.
No, not. I mean, well, that was 2 months ago.
Yeah, that was that last move.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Huh. All right.
Yes.
Anyway. Kenny, for what it's worth, I like to check the few times a week. I try most mornings to look at the trending tickers section of Yahoo Finance just to see what people are searching for, because they publish the data and it's free. And number one trending stock this morning on Yahoo Finance is iRobot. So I thought, oh, that's funny. Let's look at what iRobot's doing. Uh-oh.
Yes. It sounds like bankruptcy and they're going private. So congratulations, all you Roomba fans.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, I mean, that's your typical pump and dump. But, again, that's 2025. I mean, the resurrection of the dog shit stock has been the number one trade. But you got to always be careful. That's why we trade for the day. We trade for the day, win for the day, we'll live forever.
And that's why how often do you stay long overnight? Not very often.
Well, I was planning on it with Tilray, but it got to my price that evening. So I said, you know what? What's it going to do? Another stock gap up 40%.
Yeah, but how'd you know that? You were at your desk.
Yeah.
Right. You wouldn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, I never leave, so I had nowhere to go. Plus, it's cold out. So now.
Yeah, but you don't throw out orders and then walk away. So.
No, I mean, I could, depending on what it is. Yeah, but most right now, I'm 100% cash. I'm not coming back. 2026. I'm staying liquid. And unless the market crashes, I'll pick up some Tesla. I'll pick up some Palantir. Same scenario as last year. Same scenario will be next year. Same stuff. We have a trade that works every time. I'm going to do that. The Oracle trade was awesome on the long side. We've been getting paid every day. And like I said, you want to run some weed stocks for 3 or 4 days? We'll participate for 3 or 4 days, and then you can have them back when they go back to zero.
And then Kenny, I heard you're doing a live event. It's this week. Is that right?
Yes, we'll be doing it in 13 different languages. We're gonna have translators. We're gonna have interpretive dancers this time. So as I'm doing the production, they're gonna be dancing in the background like solid gold, and they'll be acting out my charts with interpretive dance. There'll be grain alcohol and fire dancers.
That's what we
don't
need.
miss it.
That's what we need. We need a interpretive dance of Kenny's charts.
Yes.
Here, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Free event to register for Kenny's. This is Thursday at 3.
Thursday at 3. Oh my God. Will I be here? I guess.
I hope so.
All right.
Thursday at 3. The link is in the chat. We'll see you guys there. Kenny.
All right.
Stay warm, I guess. I don't know.
I know. It's sub-zero. My God. Solid gold. You know what I'm talking about. Let's dance it out, Danny Terrio. Come on. All right. You guys see me in the chat room. And don't forget, I do a podcast. You guys should watch it. We called that NVIDIA crash on that podcast. And last week's podcast was pretty good. It should be in your email. It's on YouTube. And if you're bored during the day, come and check me out with the TikTokers. I've been getting TikTok famous, baby.
I'm not even on TikTok. Should I get on TikTok? I guess
you should. It's a lot of fun. Crazy people on TikTok.
I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. I don't think.
All right, you guys be careful out there. All right.
All right.
See you.
Okay. What's doing? You know what was fun on Friday, because I was doing the show from a hotel. I had the very rare chance to watch CNBC while I watched the show. It wasn't as cool as I thought it'd be. CNBC was not helpful. They were talking to Goolsby for like an hour.
Austin.
I was like, I don't care.
I do it every day. I couldn't imagine not having it on.
Yeah, but days like Friday, they talk to one guy like all morning, and it's like I don't care about that.
Yeah, the Fed stuff really stinks.
Yeah.
These Fed weeks, and then you got to listen to Leishman talk about God knows what, and then the politics, and Jesus Christ, really. And then there was like
I used to pretend to care, and I really can't. I can't care less.
Did the market go down Friday when they released the Epstein photos? Did I get that right?
What?
Yeah.
I have no idea, dude.
Friday midday, when that announcement
no
came
idea.
out, I think it sold the market. I seemed that way to me as a guy who's barely paying attention to that shit. But
I couldn't tell you. Sorry. And usually I'm the guy that's like,
don't take it from me.
I'm the guy that says, oh, but you can see on the tape when the headline hit, you can see that the thing, but I have no idea. I'm not gonna.
The market's just been wild intraday for a couple sessions now, like the last 3 big swings trying to pick a direction, and you got that on Friday. I mean, we explored like multi-week lows on Friday at the index level, believe it or not, before it bounced. So
okay.
Yeah. What's that face for?
No, nothing. I'll be honest. I didn't even pay attention all that closely to Friday's action. So
yeah, Bloomberg is better. Probably. I watch CNBC because I like to see my friends. I like to see all my friends, right? And then I'll text them. I'll be like, "Hey, good job! I watched your hit."
CNBC has more colors. That's what I like about it.
CNBC. The truth is, a lot of the guys we have on our show are on CNBC during the day.
They're on Bloomberg. They're on Bloomberg too. They're on both. I think.
More on CNBC. But I'm just supporting our friends out here. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of our friends, we got Jeff Hirsch in the house.
That's right.
That's right. He's here.
That's right.
Live. In the flesh.
Bring him on. Bring him to me.
Yo, Jay, we've been friends for a long time. Make the call.
I mean, this is pretty professional, guys.
Nice show you got going here.
Hey, Jeff.
Morning.
How you doing, my friend?
Steve.
Long time.
How come I never get you and JC at the same time? You guys do a tag team thing? It doesn't
You
work out?
know, busy people living busy lives out here. JC's actually in Disney right now,
Lucky him.
I guess.
Yeah.
How about you? Are you ready for the holidays?
I am. We had we lit the candles last night, the first
Oh.
night. Had some chicken,
Fuck yeah. Good.
Yeah. Went down to the Nyack lighting, in support of the craziness that goes on in the world. But we're ready.
A lot of nice festivities this time of year.
Christmas coffee cup ready to go.
You're so ready. That's just great. That's great. I love to see it. It comes fast. It was like Thanksgiving yesterday. Really.
It was. There's still a little cranberry left in the fridge.
Right. So for you, are you busier at year end because of all the studies that you guys are doing and the way that you lock down the calendar, right? And do a lot of your work based on calendar year? Yeah, this is busy season.
We call it Almanac season.
There you go.
Yeah.
So really, what's that like? I mean, are you like locking yourself in an office for a couple weeks around year end, or like?
I do a lot of pods. I do a lot of these things. I was down in the city. We're going to do the CMT Christmas party or holiday party on Thursday.
Because you're like the hottest ticket around when it comes to CMTs. Like this time of year, I mean, there's not a hotter ticket than Jeff Hirsch. We're so lucky, morning show viewers, that Jeff Hirsch is a busy man in December, maybe the busiest.
You guys are old friends. It's a privilege to come on. I wish we could do it all the time, but you got to have other people on, all your other friends.
Hey, I missed you at the Money Show. It wasn't the same without you there.
Sarasota.
Yeah, it was nice.
No, it's a good spot. It's cool. I missed you as well. I had to do a little rehab, as some people may know. I had the hip done, but now I'm back at the standing desk. 6 weeks in today.
And when are you fully back in the game?
I'll be on the tee box when the season opens up in April up here. So
great.
I'm ready to go.
Great.
It's feeling good. I hit the bike pretty good yesterday. Doing my my PT at home. I came in pretty strong, so I'm feeling good.
You look good. You're a healthy guy. Perlman's proud. I know it.
He's been a big help. The Pearl program's working for me.
All right, talk to me about this market. I feel pretty good about it. If you talked to me a month ago, I probably didn't. I think there have been some big bullish developments from purely technical standpoint. Where's your head at? Everybody wants to talk about a Santa Claus rally. Is that the right way to think?
No. I mean, yes and no. If you're looking for indications of market health, it's the right way to go. If you're looking for the Santa Claus rally of the trade, it's not what it's about. Yes, year-end rally for sure, but the Santa Claus rally is an indicator.
It's information.
Everyone gets excited about it. It's a mediocre gain, 1.5% over 7 days, 7 trading days. But it's really the beginning of our January indicator trifecta. And it's important because if the market doesn't go up during that time, it shows that there's other stuff going on that people are concerned about. So, yeah, I mean, if you look at my blog, I got the December seasonal pattern, all this chop. You guys were talking about the Friday, volatility. But mid-December, early December tends to be weak. There's tax loss selling, there's profit taking. It sets up a year-end rally. I mean, I put out my annual forecast Thursday, a little bit early this year, trying to get ahead of things, get people wanted to know. I still think we have a year-end rally. I'm still looking at S&P 7100. And, it turns out after examining the action this year and looking at the, midterm election year patterns with second-term presidents, second-term Republicans, ended up being a bit more bullish than we initially came out with in the book itself, and that we were initially feared. I mean, not crazy, more in the 8 to 12% next year. Okay. It's when second-term presidents, cement their legacy in that midterm year, and I think we're seeing, the president currently trying to do that anyway, and the history. It tells us what's happening, and that's where you draw our line in the future.
I want to go back and just because we're hearing it from the horse's mouth right now. And this point that Jeff just made is so important. I try and correct the chat because this time of year, Jeff, everybody comes in and says, "Oh, Santa Claus rally, let's get long." And you say that's not it. If you want to call it a year-end rally and that's something you want to try to anticipate and trade, fine. But the Santa Claus rally is about information. right? It's going to tell you about the environment that you're operating in going forward. Is that correct? It's not something you want to step in and try to trade and like
100%.
long exposure to get ready for some year-end ripper. That's not what this is, right?
And it's not like, I mean, my father's line, my late great father, Yale Hirsch, created the Almanac back in the 60s. His line, he was a songwriter. His line, if Santa Claus should fail to call, bears may come to Broad Wall. It's May.
So
It's May come. It's time to look at other things. Dial up your Strazza technicals. By the way, you nailed the Bitcoin sell-off.
Thank you.
Yeah. And there's a seasonal issue there, but we don't need to get into that. That's a whole other thing. But it's the beginning of the seasonal indicator period. What happens in January matters for the rest of the year. The January barometer, the full month barometer, also an invention of Yale. He created both the Santa Claus rally and the January barometer in '72. Came out in the '73 Almanac. You've seen the images I've shared. But what we did is, go ahead. He had something.
No, I was just going to have you discuss the difference between the first 5 days and the January barometer.
The first 5 days is the first 5 days early warning system. And let's remember, it's the first 5 trading days. It's not the week, because sometimes, like this year, we got Thursdays the first, Fridays the second. What is the first week? We try to be more specific and go trading days. So first 5 days is an old school, early year indicator. I think it goes back to the 40s. Wow. But we combined that. It's also in the Almanac. So Yale's Santa Claus rally, January barometer, and the first 5 days we put together about 10, 15 years ago to be the January indicator trifecta. And you know what happens when you hit the trifecta. You've been to the track. It's pretty good.
That's when full bull.
29 of 32 years that we've had all three up 90.6%, 17.7% on average for the S&P. The next 11 months, 28 to 32, it's like 87.5%. And it's
stellar track record.
Yeah. So
you don't get indicators that good. I mean, it's really rare to have a back test that good.
I love that it's not perfect, though.
No, you don't want it perfect, because whenever
it's perfect, it's just set up.
I hate an undefeated indicator, Jeff. They freak me out.
We have these little things. Me and Chris in the office, like, okay, something in O. Oh, it's gonna get. Everyone's bragging about something in O. Yeah. It's gonna get broken this year.
Yep. So. No, that's great. I think the same way about it.
So there's a lot going on. I mean, we put out I'm going to do my members webinar. Wednesday, and we're going to dive deep into our analysis of the 4 horsemen of the economy, what's going on with jobs and inflation, and the thing that disturbs us lately is this consumer confidence, or these confidence readings, totally diametrically opposed to the consumer spending. The spending numbers
doesn't make sense. You're saying, it doesn't matter.
People, that's what the problem with survey indicators versus actual, I mean, this is your business. The technical stuff is what people are doing with their money, not what they're saying.
Yeah. I mean, stick to football, University of Michigan.
Almost put some coffee on the computer there. That was good.
How about small caps, Jeff? Are you thinking much about small caps?
Oh,
are you excited?
Good. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, we're along the Russells. We got some individual small cap names. It's small cap season.
Yeah.
The January
effect. By that? What does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, it used to be called the January effect, not to be confused with the barometer, where small caps outperform large caps in January. That shifted. We got a couple pages on it in the Almanac where most of that small cap effect takes place in the last 2 weeks of December. It also starts around Halloween, Thanksgiving. We've seen that kick in this year. It's starting to stir. There's a couple of there's a chart on the blog and the feed that shows that the Russell 2000 versus the 1000. So it's good. It's good for us. We like small caps. I like them when people aren't paying attention to them. I know you guys have gone in there. Russell's making new highs finally, joining the party. However, when small caps in general start to join the party, which is, good, it tends to be towards the latter part of the bull move. They tend to come in later.
Yeah.
You can see that longer term chart in the Almanac as well.
It's late stage stuff, but that's okay.
It's okay. Doesn't mean the bull market's over. It means it's not the first 3 years of it,
I think investors and even traders have been duped so many times by small caps just this cycle.
Yeah.
You might have a nice runway here because people are just
I got a couple of trolls on the X feed that love to bust our chops about the small caps never going to happen again. So, like, whatever. You know what they say? If you don't have haters, you ain't popping, right?
Everything comes back. Everything comes back. I think at this point, I was looking at small caps, a couple weeks ago. Like, if this breakout doesn't stick, what does that mean? Like, come on already. Everything else is broken out well above the prior cycle highs. You look at the Russell 2000, we're sitting here around the same place we were back in 2021.
Yep.
It's crazy. I mean, come on. This is supposed to be a roaring bull market, and small caps haven't gone anywhere in 3 or 4 years. That doesn't really add up for me.
Concerns. It's concerning, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think this is like mission critical that they stick this landing and finally break out of this big holding pattern. I think it's very, very important to the broader market.
It is, and at least deliver a proper, January effect, small cap effect, where we rally until at least March, where it performs, the bulk of it should be done by January. But yeah, I mean, the rotation's good. It's nice to see other things participate.
It is.
Small caps, a big part of that, and it would be good to see. There's also, I know you guys, there's a trade that feeds on the small caps in the Almanac, the free lunch, the only free lunch on Wall Street, which is buying new 52-week lows around mid-December. We like to do it on Triple Witching Friday, which is coming up. We glean the lists for stocks that have some liquidity and it's a decent price so that you can trade it in most accounts. I mean, some people can't trade everything. And then we take the ones that are down the most. And that works better when there's a bit of a correction. And, we had one. We had a somewhat of a correction, a decent one in November. So
what you're doing with the free lunch, you're finding stocks that are just falling significantly out of favor and betting on some mean reversion moves, no?
A little more of a bounce. I'm not sure mean reversion, but it's a short-term trade. We're looking for a pop. It's nothing we get nothing we get married to or stay into.
Right.
You try to buy it right around that 52-week low that's made on Triple Witching Friday, which will be what is that, the 18th, I think, or the 19th. Excuse me. And it's just a bounce. It's you're trading that small cap that tax loss selling drop, and we're looking for ones. I mean, sometimes we have ones that are down. Like maybe a half a dozen of them or so, or a couple dozen that are down like 70% or more. Or at least 50. So it depends upon what the year gives us. We'll see what it is, and then we'll take the ones that are down the most, relative to that year. And these are only stocks that have been trading for a year. They're only Class A or real common stocks.
Not small caps only.
No, not small. They tend to be small caps, but not small caps only. But they have to have full year of trading, no special dividends or weird splits, no closed-end funds, no funds.
None of that funky stuff.
No, straight up common stocks that have been trading for more than a year.
Yeah.
So,
good deal.
It's all in a book. It's all back there.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And then sectors, couple sectors. I know you guys have been talking a little Dow theory, little trannies.
Oh, yeah.
Again, interesting with the technical work that you do, we all do, with it showing some strength and the seasonal setup this year. That's what we like to look for with, combination of our seasonal setup and other technicals confirming it, and some of the fundamental underlying. I know that's not your deal, but it does feed into what we do.
I'll dabble.
Yeah, but it's nice to see at least a macro trend. Some sort of underlying reason for the technicals to show up. It helps support it. So I'm in the IYT. We got into that, a nice little dip there. And then copper. Everyone's talking copper.
Yeah,
we're in it already. I like the miners. I got the COPX myself.
Yep.
That's doing well. So, a couple of seasonal trades there in the sector field, the sector arena. There's a whole couple pages on sector seasonality in the book.
Freeport McMoran rallied 700 to 800% off of the 2020 lows. And then starting in about the summer of 2021, it went straight sideways and has gone nowhere since. It's been sideways for about more than 4 years now, after one of the most epic rallies in commodity market history.
It's moving again.
I think it's just a long digestion of those massive gains off the COVID lows. And you got to lean, in the direction of an upside resolution here.
What about Southern
looks
Copper?
like it's going. Southern Copper looks great because the other ones are stronger for you.
We lose Steve? Or is that me? Hold on.
Earth to Strazza.
Oh, thank God it wasn't me. At least he looks good. He's not making a funny face when he's frozen.
Earth to Steve.
Maybe
All right.
there's some weather down. You see down in the Keys still? He's in Florida?
Well, he's in Florida. The weather is quite nice compared to where it is for you and me. So I was in Florida yesterday. Let me tell you. It was jarring to come back. Okay, wait, he's back. Steve, we got you. We're good. Excellent. Finish that thought.
Oh, do we? I'm having Wi-Fi issues. My apologies.
I don't know.
We're good?
It does
No,
happen.
we're good.
Sorry.
Southern Copper, Freeport.
Yeah.
So those two stocks are ones we always traded with this copper seasonal trade. They track the seasonal pattern very well. I happen to gravitate to the CopX these days, but
buy the basket. Why not?
Why not? I got other things to think about than every little stock out there. But I'm gearing up for the free lunch menu. I gotta be prepared to track all those.
Jeff, I know we don't focus so much on the whys, right? With the stuff that we do, but I wonder, is there any good reason if you had to, ascribe some sort of explanation to that small cap end of year strength situation? What do you think it is?
The end of year strength, the seasonal strength?
Yeah, in small caps specifically.
It's part of that year-end rally. They usually end up being beaten down, and it's that buying the beaten down stocks. It's everyone wants to jump into something new, and there's new money coming into the market. I think it's part of the whole seasonal move in general at the end of the year, and they just participate more because they're cheaper. They've been down, and people are looking to rotate into something. So I find it most interesting that it shifted from January to October, November, December, really. And again, admittedly, some of the whys here are elusive.
Right. Always.
But I think it's part of that whole bullish vibe, new money coming into the market, people trying to traders trying to put things in there, institutions buying tax loss oversold stocks.
So it's crazy. You're telling me these seasonal patterns, they don't stay the same forever. They change and evolve over time, and it keeps a guy like you on your toes.
Yeah, some do. October tends to remain volatile, even though it had some new highs this year. The midterm election year tends to be weak. We've seen some shifts with the best 6 months from November to April, going longer into June with the influence of NASDAQ and tech stocks. Different months have their own personalities. Not every month is strong at the beginning and end, like we just seen with December here. So yeah, it does shift a bit, but if you look at the long cycles and you look at human behavior, they still, kind of repeat the same behaviors. I mean, you do your morning show the same time every day, right? Yep.
Creatures of habit.
You come up to Connecticut to go to the holidays. You visit the family and friends the same time of year.
Coming this weekend.
Exactly.
Look out.
We go, up here as golf seasons, picks up when it warms up. I'm away from the screens a bit.
Yeah.
People pay their bills the same time, every month roughly. So it's there's still some repetition, but there's shifts. The one thing that we noticed years ago with my father was that the mid-month spike that came in from all of the payroll deductions coming in every twice a month or every 2 weeks, going right into the 401ks and the IRAs and having fund managers have to put the work right away.
It's interesting. I ask you a very market specific technical question and you just start talking to me about basic human behavior. Almost as if that's the driving force for all this.
Isn't that who's trading the market? Humans? Those are the same people that program the algorithms too.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
There's human bias built in there, no matter what you say.
Are you bullish on the robots or what? Are you using the AI to help you with stuff or no?
I'm using it a little more, research wise for me. We haven't quite got it all working with the data because it's, the data is a little bit, sketchy out there, so we got to figure out how to get it to use our data. But I'm using it for.
You got to yell at them. You got to teach them. You got to yell at them sometimes. You know, like, hey, you did this wrong. Do better.
Initially, I had asked something months ago about the stagflation question or something, and they told me they gave me the wrong GDP number. I'm like, I just looked it up, and you got it wrong. Oh, sorry, that was old dated. I'm like, really? They know me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. All right, what else? Give me a group for year end.
What's that?
Give me a group for year end into Q1 into January. What's your favorite group?
A group
sector, yeah.
I mean, we like
industrials. You like the industrials.
We like the miners, the copper miners. Looking to get into energy on a dip. Not so convinced. Small caps in the year end. I gotta go small caps now. Yeah,
I like the transports call too. You overlay those two charts, they look the same. Small caps and transports.
Yeah. There's healthcare, biotech. That's got a good play in there too. Got a
Banks
couple
making up.
Yeah, I mean rotation.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
The AI boom is just beginning, but it's about time we got a little consolidation over there and moved into some other things.
Well, yeah, I noticed you didn't mention tech.
I own the Qs. I'm in tech.
How much more do you want to own?
Right, everything's in there. We got our seasonal buy there. It's doing fine, Yeah.
The AI trade not over yet.
Dude, this is the super boom, man. This is we're just getting maybe into the middle gears with this thing kicking in. We're probably gonna we're not in high gear yet, but it's coming. I mean, you've seen the book.
This Oracle situation's we're probably gonna look back and say, what a nice little reset. Beautiful.
We reset that. That's going higher. This is generational. I'm also reading about the fourth turning. You heard about that? It's a generational cycle.
No.
This is a Strauss-Howe generational cycle where it's more about cultural, societal stuff. But I'm trying to really meld it with my super boom, so with the economic cycle.
Okay.
It depends upon where you're born. You got the last big crisis was World War II. The crisis here is sort of the crash and what's going on with the political civil divisions and stuff.
Yeah. You're going deep. You're going deep on this.
It's deep. It's long cycle stuff, but we go there. It's fun.
Cycles are fun in general, are they not? I mean, cycle work is probably you really enjoy it.
If you want, the godfather of cycle work, Larry Williams. Larry Williams is the guy, man. He's get some of his cycle work before he's up. He's in great shape, great health, but he's no spring chicken. But he's somebody that we've been involved with the Almanac for years, and I consider him a mentor and a friend. And if you want to look at real, the godfather of cycle work, check out Larry.
Shout out to all the ones who did it before us, kind of laid this groundwork, right?
Yeah. He's the best.
Jeff, always a pleasure having you on, man. Great to see you. Great to chat. Like I said, everybody, what a treat, because there's nobody you'd rather listen to, December, January time than Jeff Hirsch. So thank you so much, as always, for coming on, spending your time with us.
Appreciate you having me. And I will hopefully see you on a tee box sometime soon.
We got to do it. We'll talk. We'll talk. It's going to happen soon.
For sure.
All right, brother. Hey, buddy.
Wonderful. Awesome.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he's the best. And glad to see him up and about with the whole hip thing.
Jeff's in good shape. Yeah. Jeff's in good shape. Yeah, he probably just wore that hip replacement. He's going to be out there beating me at golf in a couple months. I can't wait. Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up with Sam Gatlin. Sam's in the house. Let's bring him out. Sam coming to us from the home base today. This is exciting. Sam, what's on your mind? Let's find out.
Sammy boy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Monday.
Yeah, I'm really happy. You had a good weekend?
I had it was a good weekend, a long weekend. I had 2 holiday parties, not 1, 2. So that was fun. The first one, I actually tried to overdose on oysters. I had way too many oysters. It was a great experience. I don't think I've ate that many oysters in my entire life, let alone a single night. So, yeah, that's how you do a holiday party, Strazza. I'm telling you, way too many
I
oysters.
haven't been to a holiday party in 8 years. That's how I know I'm doing good.
Yeah. No, it's good to be back in the U.S. though. It's freezing cold here.
How was Greece, Sam? Did you enjoy yourself?
I did very much enjoy
How long
myself.
were you there for?
I was there for almost 3 months.
What kind of things do you eat in Greece?
I
What do they eat there?
a lot of fish for sure.
Baba ganoush. Is that Greek? That's
Yeah.
Greek, right? No, baklava.
No,
I'm not
that's
getting this
Middle
right.
Eastern.
I'm
That's
wrong country.
Yeah. No.
Not at all.
Rick says it's all Lebanese.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
What's all
And
Lebanese? Greeks are Lebanese.
all the food you just mentioned.
Oh, that's Lebanese. Really? I'm into it.
I guess. I don't know.
I had a gyro this weekend with the lamb and the chicken, and they put
I had a lot of the
yogurt sauce on it, dude. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god, it's fantastic.
No, I'm telling you, Steve, the pork is the way to go.
Yeah, in Greece, they're good at pigs.
The way they do it, it's so unbelievably salty and fatty and delicious.
Love that.
I'm really into it, and I miss it already. Like that was like whenever I got hangry, that was my go-to.
You ever dabble with the Cuban pork? Little chicharron?
No,
They're
you'll have
really
to show
good
me
at
the way when we go to Miami.
Every culture has a meat that they kind of specialize in, right? So you got to like know that going in, and then you lean into that meat, right? Because like every culture has one. You got to find it, figure it out, and then that's what you order. So that's interesting about Greece, the pig. Yeah,
Totally. Yeah.
all right, Sam. Aside from Greek pig, what's on your mind here?
Well,
octopus, really nice.
yeah, I actually had some octopus with Jason Pers on Friday night. It was pretty good. It was certainly not a Greek octopus, you could tell, but it was good. What's on my mind is the Broadcom. Can we turn to slide number 15?
15. Wait, are you 15? No, wrong deck. Wait, no,
This
right
is
deck.
great,
Sorry.
Sam, because to me, I look at this chart and I just see volatility. Market trying to figure out how do we treat this one. You got the best ever, the worst ever, the worst ever. It's just we're going in both directions here. Volatility is spiking in terms of earnings reaction. Huh?
Totally, yeah. And what really stood out to me was last week's report was like perfect. I mean, like this company is absolutely crushing it, Steve. Their AI revenues grew by like 60%, and the management team expects them to grow by triple digits next year. They crushed every expectation, and yet the stock fell 11%, over 11% for its worst earnings reaction ever.
Now, is this a Mag 7 thing or a Broadcom thing? Are we seeing this with the other Mag 7s? See what I did there? How I'm just treating Broadcom like a Mag 7 as it should be treated?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen them this dramatic.
Okay.
And you have to remember, like, Broadcom has a very diversified business. It's kind of like the Berkshire Hathaway of technology. Like, they have so many things combined. And granted, they have leveraged themselves to AI. So that's really what's driving the stock right now. Kind of like the Oracle is, I don't know if you'd consider Oracle a Mag 7 stock, probably not, but
nope.
They're certainly not doing very well.
Wannabes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We came out here trying to act like a Mag 7. How'd that go?
Yeah. Got steamrolled. That was
No,
not.
I think it's okay though. I was just saying to Jeff Hirsch, I think this might be like a nice little reset that the AI trade may be needed. Right. Thanks to Oracle. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, like, if you can get downside follow through on that Oracle. It's at a key level of interest. And Avgo is kind of just a range bound stock for now. So I think the next direction for these stocks is going to be very important. And something like Microsoft, one of the largest stocks in the world, looks pretty bad right now. So
Yeah,
I kind of have a feeling that they're going to be following Microsoft's lead. But
Microsoft's got to fail that top, like ASAP, because that's not a good looking structure for the broader theme. Microsoft printing this big old top out here. Really, a lot of these stocks haven't done anything all year. Sam, what the people really want to hear from you is about the most hated stocks in the market. This has become your thing. You've really leaned into our short squeeze work at All Star Charts. You do the fresh squeezed report, which is one of my favorites from back in the day. We've been doing this for 6 years now. What are we seeing in the most hated stocks in the market? Is speculative growth about to ramp? Because you got some big short interest there.
Well, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but biotech, man, biotech continues to stand out. In the last 2, maybe 3 actually, freshly squeezed reports we've published, the biotech stocks have hit their targets within days. Like
Now, that's a good point. You got to sell them though, right? I find myself selling a lot of biotechs out here these past few weeks, not really buying new ones.
Well, one of
You
them
were buying them all summer. You
one of them
remember?
that I highlighted, it had near a record high short interest, and then I think it was like 5 days after I published the trade alert, the company got bought out.
Yep.
And so
Was that Chimera? Was that Chimera?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big one last week. Yep.
Yeah.
KYMR.
Yeah.
Right. No, but see, here's the thing with biotechs, you could rotate within the group, right? Because there's so freaking many. So you could take profits in the runners, and then there's still actionable setups that keep popping up on your scans, right?
Totally. Yeah. That's the thing about biotech is it's such a broad group. People usually just classify it as one thing, but there's a lot of different stuff happening inside of biotech. You have like 50 industry groups inside of this one industry group, if you will. So,
Sam, before we get you out of here, do you have any thoughts on the cryptos? Are they going to dip them and rip them out here? It would be the right week to do it, wouldn't it?
yeah, I mean, I keep looking for that, but they keep knocking it down. It's messy price action.
Gotta see it, right?
I think I really like the action that we've seen recently from software bellwethers like Salesforce, like Adobe. Over the last few weeks, they've reacted really positively to earnings. It looks like they're trying to enter new primary uptrends, and I think that's a really, really big deal for crypto, because if you overlay Bitcoin with the software ETF IGV, it's the exact same chart. If you look at a rolling correlation for it, it's like in the 90th percentile. So they dance together. It's really vital for crypto to have software not sucking, and that's the case. So I think there is a good argument to be made that crypto and Bitcoin will catch up to those software bellwethers. But
somebody called me last week, pointed that out. I think they were referring to charts that you or JC had shared about this, and they're asking me about it, and they're saying, well, this is really good for crypto, right? And I said, for now, it's really good for software. So just buy those.
That's what I think too, Steve. Yeah, you can bet on a catch-up trade, and yeah, it probably works, but it's kind of cute. Why not just trade the things that are actually working and then trade what's in front of you? That's what I like to do.
I've been losing enough money being cute on the cryptos. But guess what? Guess what trades keep working? The software trades. So just do more of that for now, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
The message of the market, if you just calm and quiet enough to listen to it, is the single best, feedback that we get as traders. And we get it in real time all day, every day. The market is either saying, no, don't do that, or yeah, do more of that. And it's literally talking back to you as you talk to it. You take action in the market, and then the market literally gives you immediate feedback, right? And if you're not listening to that, and you're trying to, I guess, go against whatever that feedback trend is from the market, it's not going to go well for you.
Right. Totally agree. Yeah, you have to respect the market. It's all that matters. As the Brian Shannon says, price is the only thing that pays. You can have your theory that crypto is going to catch up to software or whatever, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Crypto is not going up; it's going sideways. So you're not getting paid.
As a trader, as you find your way, over the years, you realize that you're just in the business of taking what the market gives you, right? And you'll meet these people and you'll hear these stories over and over and over again, where someone will try to impose their will on the market and it never works. And those people don't last. You're here basically just riding the waves, right? The market is the ocean. It is so much stronger and more powerful than any one person, right? You just go with it, right? You take what it gives you, you ride those waves, and that's it. And sometimes it's going to give you a lot and you could press the gas and take that money. And other times it's going to be sloppy and messy and it's going to give you a little here and a little there. And you got to accept that and take that too, right? But it's not up to us. We would love to have this beautiful, trending, clean and clear, steady uptrend market all the time. We don't get that, right? You get that every now and then. You got to be able to recognize it, take full advantage of it. But for the most part, market's going to serve you up some shit, and you just got to take it and deal with it.
Totally, yeah.
Like Spencer hates this,
and that's what I really like about
how
you, Steve, is that you have no problem putting on way too many positions. Like most people that look at your portfolio think you're insane, but like what you're really doing is you're putting out feelers. You see a setup that you think could work, and you just put out a feeler, a small position, and then you scale into it when it really starts to work, and then you really press the gas whenever a trade is paying you very handsomely. And I think that is the way to do it, Steve.
Yeah, it's it's all about the environment. You got to know where you're operating, right? All right, Sam, give me a group. Don't give me a sector. Like, give me a group or a theme. Next couple weeks into the new year. What's something you're watching? Don't say, if you say freaking biotech again.
Yeah,
do something spicy, something nice for the people.
I don't know if it's really spicy, but insurance. I think insurance is a really interesting industry group right now. Financials in general are interesting to me, but I think insurance looks really nice. If you look at something like the KIE, it's in a really nice holding pattern here, trying to break out. The short interest is at the highest level since the great financial crisis. How is that possible?
Yeah, really nice. These stocks, slow and steady, a lot of quality names in insurance. So Sam's buying the Chubb. Sam's buying this breakout in the Chubb.
Totally.
Right?
And these are boring stocks, but options give you options. You can make boring stocks exciting. You can get a 10x return on progressive insurance.
Yeah, if you get the liquidity, which I'm sure you have in some of these. Progressive looks like a nice little fail top there. Yeah. I like it, Sam. That's really good because I like financials.
This was not on my radar. Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, well, nice. Good stuff.
I'm always following the weird things that nobody's talking about. That's what
I was going to say. I have been watching Adobe for the past few weeks, but I have not been watching Chubb. So,
and then just to follow up with the chat here, some guest requests. Larry Williams, definitely. We could get Larry on. We should. Michael Burry, fuck no. Absolutely not. So yes and no. We listen to our people.
We should get the Jim Cramer on the show.
We could get Jim on. I would love that, actually. I would really enjoy that.
That would be awesome.
I'll bet we could get Jim on.
All right, guys, let's get out of here. Markets are open. Sam, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. I have my portfolio accelerator mug. I'm excited for Miami. Let's go.
I don't have one of those. I need one of those, Spencer.
I also don't have one. So
that's a nice mug, Sam.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, I bet you wish you had one.
Sam, are you on CRL today?
I am on CRL.
Okay. Yeah. Send your ticket requests in to the email on the screen. Sam and Alfonso. Is that right?
It's gonna be a great episode.
We don't know. The guys figure it out. They keep you on your toes. Bring your best insurance stocks for Sam today.
Please.
Send your requests, CRL, 1 o'clock right here on Stock Market TV. We'll see you there. Sam, thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Jeff Hirsch, Kenny, chat as always. Everyone, we'll see you tomorrow. Go make some money.
Happy Monday, everybody.
I can't take no loss.